Hi everyone, I'm Brian. Today I'm going to share with you guys about my Restory module computer-based training assignment. Okay, so now let's begin. I'm going to discuss with you guys about my first question. So please let me share my screen first. Hope you guys can see it. Okay, so the left window showing the question. Okay, and then the right side is the solution of it. Okay, so let's read through the question first. So the table here showing the claim count probability and related to the number of insured corresponding to it, and then the class. So these are the probability corresponding to the number of insured and class. Okay, so we got total 5 questions below. So first and second question has already been corrected lah. So the question been corrected is one insured instead of one claim pick at random. We were going to find the expected number of claim. So let's do the first question. Okay, before we solve it, we have to do one table, which is the total claim count probability of each class. So how we're going to do it is just, so we can see the formula here. Okay, for 0, 1, okay, the probability of it is just the number of insured, this one, for class 1, and then divided by the total number of insured, which is the sum of this row. Okay, and then times the probability of 0 corresponding to 0. Okay, and then the same formula, same logic for 1, 2, 3, 4, and then all the column, all the row. Then we just sum it up for each column to get the total probability corresponding to 0 claim, 1 claim, 2 claim, 3, and 4. Okay, so after that, so now we're going to solve for the question 1. So we just let y be the number of claim if one insert pick at random. Okay, so how to find the mean? How to find the expected mean? Okay, so the expected mean is just this formula. Okay, which is the claim count times its probability, and then we just sum it up. So like this. So which is 0 times its probability, which is 0.1420, and then plus 1 times its corresponding probability, plus 2 times its corresponding probability, and then so on. Okay, then we just sum it out, then we will get 2.1370. Okay, so let's see question 2. One insured pick at random. We are going to find the standard deviation of number of claims. So before we're going to find the standard deviation, we have to find out the variance first. So how to find the variance? We're going to find the expected mean to the power of 2. Okay, so which is here. Okay, so how to find it? So the logic are the same. Instead, so what is the difference? It's just our claim count. We have to put it to the power of 2 for each one. Okay, and then times the same probability of it. Okay, then we just sum it up and we'll get 6.6277. So how to find the variance? The variance is just the expected mean to the power of 2 minus expected mean and then the power of 2. Okay, so this is the difference lah. Okay, so the expected y to the power of 2 and the expected y, the whole expected y to the power of 2 is not same lah. Okay, so then we'll get the variance. Okay, so the variance is just okay. So the variance is just this one, then minus this to the power of 2. Okay, so how are we going to get the standard deviation? So the standard deviation is just the square root of variance. So you can see this formula. Okay, this formula. Okay, so now we're going to discuss question 3. Given the number of claims is more than 2, so 2 are not included. So we are going to calculate expected number of claims. So we are given the condition that the number of claims is more than 2, which means that our number of claims have to divided by the condition. Okay, so first of all, we have to find a condition, the probability that y are greater than 2. So the probability is just the probability of 3 plus the probability of 4. Okay, so then we'll get this number 0.39866, and then our expected number of claims will also be changed. Okay, so now the new one, the expected number of claims is just 3 times its corresponding probability plus 4 times its corresponding probability. And then we just sum it up and we will get 1.47978. Then we just how to find the expected number of clamp given the number of clamp is more than 2. We just use this the new condition 1 and then divided by the condition that the probability y are greater than 2. Okay, you can see the formula here. Yeah, these two columns. Okay, so now let's move on to question 4. So given the number of clamp is more than 2 again, so we are going to calculate the standard deviation number of clamp. So now we know that the standard deviation, we have to find out the expected of y to the power of 2 given that y greater than 2, and then the variance and the square root, we'll get the standard deviation. Okay, so how to find the EY? So the EY is just the same logic behind. So but now is the difference is that our 3 we have to give it to the power of 2 and the 4 have to give it to the power of 2 and then times the probability back. And then we just sum it out and we get this. Okay, and then we divide this to the probability that y are greater than 2. Okay, you can see the formula, and then we can just get the number of 13.9826. Okay, so how to find the variance is just, okay, we can see the formula here. It's just the expected y to the power of 2 given that y are greater than 2, then minus this, okay, to the power of 2. Okay, so we can see the answer is 0.20513, and then the standard deviation is just the square root of it. Okay, so we move on to the final question. Given the number of clamp is more than 0, calculate probability number of clamp is more than 2. Okay, so we are given a condition that the clamp is more than 0, which means that 0 are excluded. So we are going to find the probability for 1, 2, 3, 4. So we just sum it up. Okay, for sum this all probability, and then we will get this. Okay, you can also using the formula that 1 minus this, because we know that the probability for total here should be 1. Okay, so we just using 1 minus the probability of 0, and then we will get this 0.58579. Okay, so how to find the probability that y greater than 2 is the same as our solution above, right? Okay, so which is here. Okay, so now we are going to find the probability number of clamp that is more than 2. So how to find it? Okay, so the nominator, okay, so this one, the nominator is that we know that y greater than 2, and then plus with the condition that y greater than 0, which means that y is also which means that y is directly greater than 2 anymore. We don't think that y will be inside 1 anymore, right? Yeah, so we're just using this condition and then minus by the denominator that the y is greater than 0. Okay, so you can see here, so which is the 0.3986 divided by 0.8579, and then we will get the answer, which is 0.46469. Okay, so these are the solution for question 1. So thank you guys for looking this video. Okay, so hope you guys like it and leave me a like and comment. Okay, thank you guys.